Okay, we are live, kids. We are live. So, bitch, welcome back to another episode here with Raina Tees, of course. I will be leaving our contact information in the description box so you guys can reach out to us. We respond better through email. We do get you guys' comments and we do try our best to respond. But if you are looking for consultation, spell work, and or readings, do contact us through email. All right, honey. The kids are already here at the table, bitch. You better get ready for it, honey, because here it comes. Hi, you guys. All right, so today I want to talk about being an empath and being spiritual and why it is not the best route to be a part of hookup culture, out here hooking up, out here having sexual random encounters and random partners, and numerous just giving of your energy and your vitality to people like that, okay? So I had to learn very early on, bitch, that it was not a good idea for myself to go out and be a part of mainstream hookup culture, okay? As an empath and as a spiritual person, you have a very heightened sensitivity and very heightened sense of awareness. Honey, we are live, Miss Cruz, bitch. We are here, girl. What's tea? We are on the way live. How are you? So yeah, like I was saying, we can't go out here and be a part of mainstream hookup culture. So let me give a little backstory, honey. So I was talking to a friend of mine over the past weekend, and let me tell you, my baby over here, not my co-host, not my sister, but another friend of mine, and this has been a long time friend of mine, and my babe's over here, like he's really dealing with some bad mojo. Okay, he's really dealing with some bad mojo. I'm talking about this. I gave this hoe the nickname Jinx. Okay, when I saw her because everything she was touching was falling apart. It was a point in the night where she borrowed my phone to play a song. We had the Bluetooth set up or whatever, and we were just kind of chilling, and I was playing some music, and then she was like, "Well, let me play your song, sis. Let me play your song." So she took the phone, and she turned on one of her songs. Now, after the song, and I got my phone back, I was trying to like go online or something, and my internet was completely disconnected. Like I couldn't connect to the Wi-Fi, nor could I connect to the mobile network. Okay, so like the spirit just right then and there, the spirit came onto me and was just like, this whole guy, like her spirit, like she's blocked. Okay, she's blocked, and her energy is very muddled. Now, real tea about my friend. Okay, my friend is a very hot tamale bitch. Okay, this whole as long as I've known this hoe, has been very much into, new boy every week, a part of like the app, kind of dating app, the fast, bitch. Honey, she has the boys coming over like Uber Eats, okay, just bringing her meals. Um, every week, and it's sometimes it'd be so funny because sometimes like she'll introduce me to like a new person, and then I have to sit there and literally like just be like, okay, like, oh, you was just with another bitch last week. What happened to this bitch last week? You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's all good. It's all her. It's no judgment over here. But her and I were talking the other day because I was like, sis, like, you got this jinx spirit on you. Like, you need a cleansing and you need like some cord cutting because I'm like picking up on like your energy, even your aura. Like, and I was like really getting into her and channeling into her because she was like, sis, tell me what you see. And I really saw like her energy had patches. Not only did it have holes and patches in her sphere, but she had like dark spots. Okay, she had dark spots. And I was like, sis, like you need to get like a real sickening cleansing, bitch. You need to do an egg wash. You need to do a motherfucking sickening Himalayan salt bath, bitch. You need cleansing work the house, bitch. You need Renke work of pulling those dark muddle spots out of your chakra vortex, because when you have sex with multiple people like that, spiritually as well as physically, you're also taking on their etheric and their sexual partners. Okay, so bitch, if they are a hoe and you go lay up with them, then you are taking on that whole spirit and the spirit of their partners. So it's really no joke out here. And see, she said this to me, and she was like, I feel like I'm an empath, sis. I feel like I'm an empath. And this was the first time I've ever really kind of heard her open up and speak like this. And I feel like because she's known me and kind of has followed, not really follow me, but kind of like, she's a part of like the community that I'm a part of, we talk a lot about spirituality, energy work, bitch, the energy network, biokinetic energy, chakra network, honey, we're all into that. So she's been following that, and also whenever I talk to her, I always also go into that because my alien ass bitch, I'm like, girl, sis, I'm picking up on some vibes from you, bitch. So I'm gonna tell you straight up what I see. And she was like, yeah, I feel like really empath, and I do feel like sometimes I take on a lot from people, even platonically. I'm always there kind of listening to people's problems and having people just come and kind of drain my energy. And I was like, damn, that's deep. I was like, well, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, sis, you, like, at some point you're gonna have to slow it down, and even when I said it to her, she kind of like, roll her eyes or whatever, because it's like you can't really tell a person how to live their life. You can offer suggestions and advice, but people at the end of the day are going to do what they want to do. But she doesn't realize the real repercussions that she's suffering from, by doing this. And I mean, I'm talking about all type of shit. That was just one episode of me at her house with the whole internet fucking up. She's broken bottles. Okay, her car. She's had 3 cars in the past. Like, we haven't even had a full year yet, bitch. We're coming up to the end of the year, but she has had 3 cars, and she has lost 2 cars and a moped. Okay, and she's lost all 3 of them due to car accidents, and not even her fault. Like the last 2 that she was telling me about, like somebody came and they hit her. Like, why? Like, bitch, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And the spirit was telling me that she has too many sexual partners, and that she's soaking up their energy, and that chaotic energy, fighting for dominancy and control and muddling and rolling all around, that shit will have your life in fucking haywire. Okay, and it's very important that you empath and you sensitive people, and just people in general, because I mean, nowadays, the planet has been turned up, bitch, another notch, where it doesn't matter if you don't believe in this. It doesn't matter if you don't believe in the stars and astrology and tarot and all this woo woo and hoodoo voodoo and all that stuff. Bitch, it's still happening to your ass, okay? You're still a part of the matrix, sweetheart, and you're not above the law. So it's happening to all of us. And you just have to be very vigilant. You know what I'm saying? When you're out here with these lovers, and you're out here, calling for these lovers to come back into your life, these toxic, narcissistic, parasitic type people, because they leave things on us. They leave things on us. And I had to so bitch, let me talk about my situation, honey. So I had to learn at a very, very early on stage, bitch, that it is not a good idea. It's not a good idea for me to be a part of hookup culture. It's not a good idea for me to be out here, slanging it, bitch, in these streets with these men, honey. Okay, like, it's just too much. What's tea? Hi, Chrissy. It's just too much, and I feel like me myself personally, slinging that booty. Okay, I can't be out here doing that, because in my previous experience, when I have laid with bad men, it's been very hard for me to clean the stain and the residue that they leave behind, and I become fixated on that type of energy. I want it, bitch. I crave it. It's that bad, dark energy. And being a being of light, okay, being a highly energetic, sensitive being, people like that gravitate towards us. The people like that, they want to feed on us. They want to, yes, they want to feed on us, and they want to kind of come and get that light. You know what I'm saying? It's like when for the spiritualists and the bitches who know, like, you know what it is when you walk inside, when you walk into somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That everyone is just kind of on a lower vibrational frequency, and you kind of walk in. You got spirits on you, and I mean like spiritual guides, spiritual spirits that you walking with, spirits that have blessed you. You know, spirits that have empowered you or endowed you with heightency, bitch, heightened frequency, honey. Like, the girls take note, the girls take stock. They're like, wait a minute, who is this? Because she's looking untainted. You know, the bitch is looking unpharaoh. Okay, and a lot of people out here, when they have that spirit on them, or they have multiple spirits on them, they look very pharaoh. You know, they look very street. And I think those people like that, they kind of cling together and they kind of dwell in their own cesspool of shit. And when spiritual people kind of come into that space, or we go into that environment, they very much can tell the fresh meat, bitch. It is fresh meat on the shish kebab, honey, and the girls are very hungry. So I've had to learn very early on that it's not a good idea to muddle out here with these girls. Nowadays, it's like, I'm not even with the bullshit. Like, I'm not laying up. I'm sorry. I'm not laying up. I'm already just super, super, super heightenedly aware, and just not about the business with the STDs. Okay, bitch, down here where I am, girl, I think we're number 2. The girls down South Florida, honey, number 2, honey. The girls are number 2 on the map, and I'm just not for it. You know, and a lot of times too, these these STIs or STDs, whatever you want to call them, they are parasites, and they have a spiritual vibration, a spiritual imprint as well. So I'm gonna give you guys another story. Funny story, right? Okay, so I had went out to a nightclub with my girlfriend, and I usually don't go out very much, but I went out with her. Oh, it was her birthday, so I went out to a nightclub with my girlfriend. We went out, we had a good time, and there was this guy that was like literally stalking us around the club. Now, this guy was very, I already could peep by her spirit that she just had some shit on her, and I was like, like, you just trouble, girl. You're not even worth the effort, honey. And so I was just like, we were doing our thing, and by the end of the night, this guy had kind of like, I don't know if it was something that he did, like grab my arm, or he was like trying to talk to me or stop me, and I was just like, I kind of gave him this look like, bitch, what? Like, what are you doing? Kind of thing. And by the end of the night, the club is closing and we're leaving. He followed, mind you, thank goodness we were like in an open parking lot. There was like other people there, but he like followed us to our car, and he was just like mumbling, okay? Like, this nigga, like, I don't know if he was on drugs, but like, I perceived spirit, honey. I was like, you got some heavy spirits on you right now that are trying to get you to release and transmit that spiritual disease, that spiritual virus that is walking in you. So this nigga comes to the car, mind you, and he literally zips down his pants, and he is jerking his meat, like walking towards us, okay? And what was so like graphic about it, and I'm like, even thinking about it in that moment, sometimes you just, bitch, you just cannot believe that a girl is even going there. So you're just like gagged for your life, and just like, mind you, I was on the passenger side, thank God, and my girlfriend, she was on the driver's side, and he was like coming towards the rear of the car, walking, and we're like, oh my God. So bitch, we like, bitch, unlock the bitch, Kathy, unlock the door, girl. It's time, cause she's over here trying to look and be like, oh my God, like, a deer caught in the headlights, and I'm like, Miss Girl, keys, bitch, open the door, girl, let's go. So she's like, okay, and she like opens the door, but I vaguely remember that his phallus, okay, was secreting. It was already secreting, and he had just pulled his junk out of his pants. And the spirit told me that it was the disease, it was the sexually transmitted infection that was now, bitch, they had taken control of his mind, his center cortex, bitch. And yes, girl, creep, honey. and basically was riding him. And that's, you ever notice, like with things like rabies and things like when you watch these zombie movies, it's the disease, it's the parasite that is taken control and hijack, that's the word that I was looking for, hijack this person, and the disease needs to spread. That's the only way that it can survive and continue to exist. It needs to transmit. So that very much, like, the spirit was right there, like, ooh, girl, like, she is heavily walking in something and trying to transmit. So we end up getting in the car and like leaving, and it was just like the weirdest fucking thing, bitch. Even today, like, she always bring that shit up. Cause she's like, oh, do you want to go out? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, we're not going over here to this place because, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, girl, maybe not. Like, maybe that's not a good idea. But going back to, you know, that was just a little side tea of me explaining how these it's on a spiritual wave too. It's not always physical, especially dealing with these infections. These girls are spirits, okay? And they hijack and they bitch hover, bitch, and they take advantage, take control of the motherboard, and have these people out here doing all type of shit. Now, I don't know about my sis, honey, over here, what she's dealing with, but I know on a spiritual level, she is very muddled, and she has holes and also dark spots in her auric field, and she needs the cleansing. But see, at the same time, I'm also not a bitch that's gonna sit here and coddle and sidestep with the woo woo and the foolishness, because it's like, if I work on you, sis, and I get you right, and then you go back out here and you do the same thing, you you get your cleansing or whatever, you get your life back on track, and then you go back out here and do the same thing, I can't. You know what I'm saying? That's a waste of my energy, and that's pulling from me. So at the same time, I'm waiting for her to let what I said sink in and realize what it is that she needs, because she is an empath. You know what I'm saying? I do feel that spirit from her at the same time, but she's going about her energy, her energetic exchange the wrong way. And I feel like she too is kind of, there's a little bit of narcissism, kind of like that parasitic energy in her too, because I feel like when you constantly need to hook up with people, you are trying to, no tea, no shade, girl, but you're trying to fill a void. You're trying to fill an emptiness, something that is hollow, that is going on within you, that you constantly need affection from random people. I don't know, like, I can't, girl. That's too much energy for me to be taking on. So with that video, I think the message has been set and cleared. Yeah, girl, you spiritual girls out here, don't be laying up with these dogs, honey. Don't be rolling around in this cesspit, honey, because you cannot do it. The lingering effects are too much for just 20, 30, not even 30, because half these girls are not even doing that, but 20, 15, 20 minutes, girl, of a quick, girl, it's not worth the time or effort. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for coming to this video. Staying with us, girl, your support, your comments, bitch, all the good stuff, and we will see you